Christian, how did it feel like their pressure made it hard for you guys to execute tonight?
Yeah, that's what they do. They pick up full court. We didn't do a very good job of helping Jamal out, I thought, in the first half. We screened him in the backcourt, got him open a little bit, better than we did down the stretch. And I think I got to get myself more involved. I got to screen more. I got to bring the ball up and help those guys out. So we did a better job in the first half than the second half, but they're a good team. That's what they do.
When it comes to helping Jamal out, what does that look like?
Anything, bringing the ball, letting it play off the ball a little bit. He had to expend so much energy just bringing the ball up and, making every play. And he's got to make every play down the stretch. So if we get him off ball a little bit, bring the ball up for him, help him out, I think down the stretch he'll have more energy and he still hit big shots. And it's just hard for him to do that 82 games, all 4 quarters. So I got to do a better job. I got to get myself more involved, bring the ball and take care of it first and foremost.
It was a tough shooting night for you guys, but did you like the looks that you created offensively?
Yeah, I feel like we always get good looks. I got a lot of good looks that didn't go down. I don't think that's where we lost the game. I think they pressured us and they did a good job. And they're a good team. That's what they do. They heat people up, and we knew that coming in. Like I said, I got to get myself more involved and take care of the ball way better.
Defensively, is there anything you wish you would have done differently?
Me personally, I got to play better. Just period. I think that we held them to a good number. Normally when we hold teams to a number, we win the game. But I got to be better individually. You can't really blame calls or rely on those things. But I think the second unit came in and did a really good job. Hayden, Tim, Bruce, I think those guys were flying around. I think for the most part we were good. I had some bad fouls and just down the stretch it got away from us. So I think the number we held them to was fine, and we win most games we hold them to that number.
What do you feel like this one ultimately came down to?
Well, it came down to all the game, We could do something better, turn the ball over less, score more easy layups, It's on all of us.
Mentally and physically, what does it take to attack a defense that puts pressure on you guys like that?
Well, it's not an excuse. We got to find it. And they're playing tough defense, but our offense is great too. So we have to operate.
How do you close quarters better?
Close quarters better. Turn the ball over less. Value the ball. Play together. Simple to say, but not that simple to do.
What can you learn from a game like this?
Oh, we gotta bring our A game every night. There's a bunch of tough opponents around, so we gotta value the ball. We gotta do little things. It come down to little things. One position. Save the ball, rebound the ball. Comes down to all of that.
Good.
You talked a lot about the pressure that they were going to apply. How did you see that play out?
Yeah, it hurt us. We couldn't get the ball to Jamal. I'd initiate offense. We got sped up. Had too many possessions. We were not organized and still had full control of the game and should have won the game. But you give them credit. They hung in the game, and a lot of that was us. The mistakes we made and the turnovers. We fouled a lot in the fourth quarter. They shot 13 free throws. It's the anatomy of how to lose a game in the NBA.
What did you think of the late game execution offensively?
We had a hard time getting Nicole the ball. I did think the the base out underneath. I don't know what they saw. It ended up being a jump ball. I thought there was a lot of contact in that play. But again, we have to screen to loosen people up. It ended up being kind of a dribble fest. You can't play like that. And I give them credit. They do that to you.
You give up the 13 free throws. You also give up 11 points off of those turnovers.
Yeah.
They scored 38, which is too much in a fourth.
Right.
But that contributes over half of it.
For sure. And again, it was their pressure. But you got to play with the pass and not with the dribble. And we did that a lot. And there are a lot of simple actions that we get into and avoid that. But we didn't do it. It's a good learning experience. It's a game, again, I thought we had complete control over most of the night. But you're going to lose games like that if you're not responsible with the ball, and that's just what happened.
You've talked about closing quarters better, too, throughout the first couple games. How do you do that? What does that look like?
Yeah, I just think being more efficient on both ends, getting back, not giving up 3 offensive rebounds on one play. Just the little things matter at the end of quarters, and that's what kept them in the game. I thought there was multiple times where we pushed it to 7, to 9, to 11, and then we didn't sustain responsibility on both ends.
How would you challenge at the end? It made sense because 20 seconds left or whatever it was. but how do you go, what's your process as far as in-game, do I challenge, do I not challenge? Did you have a sense it was going to be kind of a close game?
I just figured I had 2 timeouts, so using one for a possible winning the challenge, can change the game. I still on that play, I thought Jeremy initiated and went down. Obviously, you could look at it as a block, you could look at it as a no call. I kind of saw it as a no call, but knowing that I had the extra timeout and why not take a chance on it was the reason why I challenged it.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.